My generation, or Gen Z as most people would call it, has had a really bad reputation whenever I'd see articles or videos about it. The media and many people have made videos where they just say that my generation is the first generation that has no purpose and has a lot of problems, and I somewhat agree. However, they're definitely not talking about the biggest problem that my generation has. People always talk about how teenagers my age spend too much time on their screens, scroll too much on social media, and just consume content all day, every day. And I definitely agree with that. People also say that we don't work out at all, we have poor eating habits, and we just spend all of our time in our beds because we're just so lazy, which I also somewhat agree with. I personally spent most of my life like that. 3 years ago I spent most of my awake hours behind the computer screen just scrolling on social media or just playing games like Geometry Dash or Roblox, and thousands of hours were just wasted because I didn't even really enjoy playing these games. I was just craving dopamine. I was also eating shitty food. Most commonly I would eat chips or candy or even fast food. The food that's bad for us, however, because it's just so accessible to us, we still binge eat it, bro. I love my parents, however, I'm just gonna say that I think they were a big part of me building up these bad eating habits because, first of all, they weren't the most educated about nutrition, and second of all, they just didn't really restrict what I could eat. My whole life I've also had problems with procrastination. I was always lazy and my brain was always just wandering because of these habits that fucked up my dopamine receptors in my brain. For example, scrolling on YouTube Shorts. But 3 years ago, when I was 13, I made a change and basically started to improve my life because I was just so tired of doing these bad habits that most of Gen Z does. And now my life is completely turned around. I'm really healthy, I work out regularly, so I'm in good shape. I haven't played video games in ages, so my life just feels awesome. In my opinion, these things that I did 3 years ago were definitely bad habits. However, I don't think they're the biggest problem of my generation. These are just the symptoms of the core problem. I think the biggest problem with Gen Z is that we simply value the wrong things. For example, we value materialistic things too much. Money, cars, watches, jets. But these things don't actually matter. We value attention too much. Many students think that getting attention in high school, in college, or even in university is everything, which it absolutely isn't. Valuing social media views, likes, comments, whatever, that is the problem, because that makes us develop these fucking social media addictions. These are just numbers, bro. We value others' opinions, and that is why we're overthinking all of the time. If you think logically for a moment, then why should you even care about what others think? We only live once, so why should you even care about others' opinions? I've personally valued these things way too much, but now I've realized that these are the things that I'm actually not supposed to value, that you are not supposed to value, bro. Of course, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I still care what others think of me or how many views my last video got, for example. But yeah, I think that you should value things that actually feel purposeful, that bring you joy, and that are the reason why you want to wake up in the morning. This could be your relationship with your family, talking to your friends more often so you improve your social skills, reading books to gain knowledge you can actually implement in real life, or even just enjoying the years while you're still young, being in the nature, for example. These are the things I value, but you should value things that feel right in your heart and that your future self would be proud of. Sadly, most people won't listen to this advice because it's just too uncomfortable. If your friends value money and fame and whatever else, then it will be really uncomfortable for you to actually make a change and actually start valuing the right things. But then again, the fact that it's uncomfortable just means that you care about others' opinions too much. So you basically just have to pick a side. Bro, if you start valuing social skills, for example, then it will be much easier for you to actually make great friends that have the same values as you. And it's infinitely better than having bad friends or having no friends at all. Trust me, bro, if you take this advice, then your life will just get so much better and you'll actually have an exact destination to success. I believe in you, bro. See you in the next one.